Alright folks, welcome back to our next video on launch jacking. Of course, once again, making big commissions from product launches. I'm going to cut straight to the chase here. What to do with your content. Oh, I got a typo. Good catch, Jeff. First of all, keep this in mind, please. You want to make sure you take the time to make your site and content look professional. You've literally only got 2 or 3 seconds to impress a visitor to your site and get them engaged. So with your content, with your reviews, etc., you want to take the time to add relevant pictures, videos when applicable, and make sure you space out the content using headings, subheadings, bullet points, internal links, etc. Anyways, for a brief example of this, let me show you guys my own site at jefflinney.com, because I think I do it pretty well. In fact, I do build my list for free using my website. So this is my site, jefflinney.com. Now, of course, you can model yours differently if you like. I'm using the premium theme that's no longer available, but you can still do the same type of layout with the different themes anyways. But let me show you a current review that I've got going on. This is for a product that's actually on pre-launch tonight. It launches tomorrow. Ranked. I'm going back and forth between #1 and #2 in Google for the product name and even the product review. So you'll see I started off with making it look professional. I've got the product name with a link to it, creator, the price, and I mentioned the upsell cost, and I got a link again once again. Then I give the verdict, 100% recommended. Now my image name, if you look at the image URL, which I'm going to copy here, is Build My List Review Jimmy Kim. Your image name should always match your main keyword. So in this example, I've got Build My List Review Jimmy Kim, and I could probably also just do Build My List Review, but I wanted to get Jimmy's name in there as the product creator. Anyways, I did get early access to the product, so I was able to do my review, which I've got a video of down here. But you'll see what I'm doing. I use my H2 tag here because my H1 tag is already here. I've got different links internally amongst my site whenever applicable. That's going to help to boost the authority of my site overall, plus lower my bounce rate. Got an H2 tag right here, different colors. I got a link to sign up right here. And then I'm using bullet points. And if you guys want to review this yourself, if you want to do a Google search for Build My List Review, at least as of right now, I think I'm #1 or #2 in Google. So you can probably still find it there once page 1 engine launches. I should be there still. So I tell people, basically I get the product and I go through the entire thing. And I tell people exactly what it's about and why I like it. Initially, I just put my review. But you'll see for the main course, I talk about the videos or the steps for the main course. And then I go through each step individually to give as much value and much content as I can. If you look at any major key phrase out there, the top pages ranking usually have a lot of content. Google is all about high-quality content and ensuring that you provide value to your readers and users. So I cover the upsells, and then I give my own review at the bottom, basically recommending it and why I like it. And then to entice people to purchase via my link, of course, I did go through the course, so I put together a bonus. I spent about a couple hours doing this bonus here. I put together a bonus that I think will entice people to sign up via my link as opposed to someone else's. Because just because you got them on your site, they might already be on the sales page. They might already be ready to click buy via someone else's link. By doing this, by offering a bonus, you're able to say, hey, but wait, if you buy through me, I'm going to give you this awesomeness right here. And so yeah, I tend to do pretty good with this method. This is the method I used in March to earn over $125,000 from one program. And it works pretty well. If you look at this as well, more list building, but I've got an opt-in right here as well, which follows you down the page. Okay, bragging rights. If you Google today's date, it shows you today's day, May 10th, 2015. Let me refresh this real quick. This is the current leads contest for Build My List. As of right now, I'm #4. That is purely from leads I've sent to the pre-launch sequence. Yeah, he had a free book he was giving away and a 1-hour webinar tonight offering sales for that. Let me log into my... I'm going to pause it real quick. I'll be back in... Okay, I wanted to log into my PayPal account. The product launched today. They had the cart open for 1 hour. Now, again, this is not anything to do with my rankings right here, but if you look at this, PayPal balance, $573. This all came in today. Look at this. May 10th, May 10th, May 10th, May 10th, May 10th, May 10th from JK Marketing. You know, actually, I lied. I've got one there for $80 for something else, but look at everything here from May 10th all the way up here. So just shy of $500, just for one day, for 1 hour. And then when the product itself opens tomorrow to the public, and when people start doing Google searches for this, build my list review. Now this is new. It's actually ranking my Google Plus page because I'm logged in. I'm in Chrome right here. If I search on Firefox, I don't see that. But anyways, they see my review right here. And again, it's between number 1 and number 2, depending on what day and hour you look at it. I'm curious if I log out, how it shows up. There we are. See, okay, but Google Plus was built because I was logged in. So when I log out, I am number 2 right there. And again, it's going back and forth between number 1 and number 2. And again, once the product launches, it's 10 o'clock right now. It launches at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, I believe, or 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. I should probably be making a few $1,000 just tomorrow in the first hour of the launch, because people are going to search online for a review of the product before they buy. Now, a lot of people are going to buy just based on the hype, but a lot of people as well. And keep in mind, folks, this is only a $50 product. You don't have to, only promote big products that pay $1,000 commission. I'm probably expecting to make $5, $10, if not $15 or $20,000 in commission from this launch alone, if it goes as big as everyone's expecting, and it should. You make those sales, you also win the contest. You can win, for example, the prizes for...
Hey, it's Jimmy, and welcome to my JV page.
Let me pause that there. The prizes he's got for the launch contest, I'll probably get 500 or 250, which is not bad. You can win $20,000 or a Ford Mustang. You can win a watch. If I place 5th in the sales contest here, I get $500 or an iPad. Hell, even if I place in the top 10, that's $50. But I should be making a nice 5-figure paycheck anyways, just by ranking for this product. So my list I used initially to drive traffic to the pre-launch, and that made me already a cool $500. And at least as of right now, number 4 on the launch contest, it's another $250, which is pretty cool. In fact, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with those results. So, having said that, having shown you guys exactly how I roll and what I do, let me go ahead and show you another site I'm working on. Now, this site has nothing to do with list building at all. But I want to show you a brand new site that I built just in the month of May. It's womanlywoes.com, and I'm not even building a list for this one yet. I'm just using this one just for a straight SEO perspective. But what I'm going to do, though, is with this page, I'm going to show you guys, I'm not getting any traffic yet, it's brand new, but I'm going to show you guys exactly how I set up a review. And I'm going to, well, here, I've got one right here, but I'll show you the process from iWriter. So I'm going to click on New Post. I'm going to go download my content from iWriter. So this is Yeast Infection No More review. I had my writer do that for me. And when you get the content, it just looks like this. He's awesome, because this guy's been writing for me now for 2 years. And you'll find writers that you love as well. But all I do is I take the content, and I paste it here. Scroll up. Let's see here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make this page look awesome. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to click around and show you guys exactly what I do or just show you the end result. I guess I'll do the whole thing now. So, anyways, hold on. So, anyways, for your main keyword, my main keyword here is yeast infection no more. So, it's very, very important to have that at the very beginning. And this is going to be my meta title. I'm using the Yoast SEO plugin here. So I'm going to add that right there. Yeast infection no more review. And I'm adding womanly woes to the end of that because it gives it more of a branding, it gives it more of a branded appearance and makes it look more legit. Now you'll notice what I'm not doing is, I'm not doing something like yeastinfectionnomorereview.com or getridofyeast.com, you know. I'm trying to find something brandable, as I explained before, that I can use for a lot of other things. If I want to go into other women health related issues later with this page, I can do that. So anyways, woman yeast infection no more. Auto added the URL there, so make sure if you're a permalink, keep it as simple as possible. I just would recommend adding your main keyword for the permalink. So it's womanlywoes.com, yeast infection no more review. So I'm going to delete this. So the first thing I like to do is I like to kind of add an H2 tag right away. Now again, my theme is different than what a lot of you might use, but my theme automatically makes the post title the H1 tag, so I do not have to add it automatically. So I'm going to make my top line there an H2 tag because it just simply looks nice. It looks professional. And then again, I'm going to go through and kind of I'm going to add my header tags, who created the product. Oops. 811 words, and again, I'm going to be, I'm not going to be bolding these, but I'm going to be kind of making those just, H3 tags. And then my writer went into what is the content about. And I rarely read this guy's stuff once he gives it to me, because he just does such an amazing job. This is a ClickBank product, by the way. What I'm going to do now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and pause this video if you don't mind, because it's going to take me probably 10 minutes to edit this, maybe even 15 or 20 minutes if I talk through the whole thing. And if I do it without talking, I can just go through and do it in 5 minutes or so. So let me go ahead and pause the video, and I'll be back in a minute, and I'll show you guys exactly what I did differently here. So here's what I have right now. And again, my writer knows my style, but I mean, if, for example, he was not doing these bullet points or these numbered things, I would try to add that if possible. So anyways, I'm going to pause this. I'll be back in a second. Okay, and I'm back. It's about 10 minutes for me and probably a half second for you. So I want to show you what I did here. I was able to, of course, I added my H2 tag. I actually made it a red because I like how it stands out more. I've got an image of the book itself, the product I'm reviewing. And then you'll see I started doing some links. I got one link here. It's a link to the actual product page itself. And I did some internal links to other pages on my site because, again, those are going to help with the authority of the site and those pages as a whole. And then something else I did was I linked externally to one external website. I linked to, I'll show you, I believe it was webmd.com on yeast infections. Okay, it's not showing me the link for some reason, but let's try that. Womanly woes. Okay, it's not coming up for some reason on there. Let's take a look here at the code. There we are, yeah, webmd.com, yeast infections. And the reason for that is you want to show Google, of course, that you're going to give your users the best experience. And even if that means you lead your users off of your own site, you're going to go ahead and do that. So I do recommend, as Dory, friend I know, try to link at least once, if not twice, to an authoritative website on each page you do. So in this example, links to webmd.com. You can also link to, Wikipedia is a common one, WebMD is a common one, any major news source as well. And again, the whole idea is you want to give your users the best end experience. And then what you do is when they open a new link, you want to make sure you click on this box right here to open the link in the new window. That way, if they do click on a link, it's going to open up in a new tab, and it's going to lower your bounce rate. It's going to keep them on your site, which is good. So again, I space things out some more. I've got a link right here internally to a page on my site for curing yeast infections. Scrolling down more, nothing terribly exciting, just the content. I spaced it out, made it look nice. I added a couple of bullet points. And at the end, I simply said yeast infection no more gets the thumbs up. Or I should say, actually, gets two thumbs up. Pick it up here. And that's, of course, a link, once again, to actually buy the product. That's my affiliate link. I'm using a program called PrettyLink. So instead of linking the, clickbank.com, for example, you can use Pretty Link. It's 100% free. Like right here, see right here? And you can make a URL that looks like it's part of your site, then it redirects. So it's going to keep your, it's going to get you more clicks, basically. And then for the featured image, because my blog does use those, I added the book name there. And then, of course, I've got Yoast SEO plugin, which gives you a page analysis based on your keywords. So my focus keyword is yeast infection no more review. And it analyzes the page for me, and it tells me I'm good, first of all. But it tells me what I could be doing more of. So you can go through and add that keyword there. You can view the SEO right here in the top right. And you can click on check to see if what you need to improve. So I could do a few more things. It's telling me I can add the keyword one more time in the content. It's telling me to review the stop words, the word more, which of course is part of the product name. It's telling me my meta description could be a bit longer. So that's no problem. And everything else is pretty good. So overall, that's good. I'm quite happy with it. So the last thing I'm going to do is click on review to see how this looks. And that's actually pretty good. I like that. So I've got my image again. My image also links to the product itself. I got my social media sharing icons up there. And again, I spaced it out. I made it really easy to read, so you can kind of skip through really quickly and still get a pretty good idea as to what the product's about. Now, being a medical type product, I did not guarantee this is going to work. I didn't, claim to be a doctor. I did not guarantee that it's going to work, but I did know, my reviewer did mention for me that, it's been proven to work, and people have had great results with it, and it does work naturally. So that's pretty much it. I mean, that's my fresh content. Again, the point of this was to not really teach you a review so much. I guess that's part of it, but to show you, how you take kind of bland, boring content and make it look wow. So I'm going to publish this. And that should be live on my site in a minute. And let's go ahead and take a look at the post. Looks good. Let me show you a non-review post on here so I can show you more of what I'm doing. Simply the keyword, of course, is what causes yeast infections. I've got an image there. This is actually a video that I found on YouTube. It wasn't selling anything. And then again, I got some internal links within this content. But again, though, it's clean. It's not just a big block of paragraphs. It's impossible to read. It's clean. It's easy to read. It looks professional. And it's really, really simple. I'm not using a gaudy or over-the-top theme filled with images and, funky background text and images and everything. It just looks clean. And this really does convert for me insanely well. Let's see what else. Yeah, I think I covered that pretty nicely. So again, you want to make sure you find a quality WordPress theme. You've got 2 to 3 seconds to impress a visitor to your site. So again, you want to add relevant pictures, videos when applicable. Make sure you space out the content. And let me show you one more example here from jefflinney.com. I really put a lot of work into this one. I'll show you one of my more popular posts here. Let's see. Actually, here's one I did as an experiment recently. I did a blog post on 7 things I learned from Neil Patel about online marketing. He's one of my favorite marketers. And besides Dory Friend, of course. But again, you'll see I space things out. I probably spent about 2 hours overall editing this particular blog post, because I wanted to impress Neil. I wanted to impress everybody and make it look amazing. And I actually did share this with Neil, and he actually tweeted it for me, which is kind of cool. But I mean, again, I'm not selling anything on this particular blog post. I'm just making it look, impressive for anyone that visits it. If we look at any other blog posts on here as well, you'll see I do stuff very similar. I've got one here for, can you really get paid to take surveys for money? Which, by the way, is kind of a scam, so please don't. That's a fairly shorter one, but again, I'm keeping it fairly simple as well. Here's another review. I did a review for one of those scammy survey products. Again, I was able to make it short and sweet and to the point. And it works pretty well. And then, of course, if you're not familiar with how to find WordPress themes, most of you should be by now, but from within the WordPress dashboard, you simply click on Themes. You know what, let me go ahead and go into the dashboard itself. Hold on one second. Alright, so we're going to click on Appearance and Themes within WordPress, of course. And from here, you can do a search for different themes, or you can, of course, look at themes you already have. This is a free one I was playing with for a while. It's called Locally Lost. I'm sorry, no, it's called Trending. I'm sorry. And I actually like this one. I used this one for a bit before I bought my premium things. I'm a huge fan of keeping it simple. And with WordPress, the nice thing is you can preview to see how a theme would look on your site. So even without the fancy pop-ups and opt-ins, it still looks pretty good. Let's take a look at a post here. So again, as long as you have content that's amazing, you know, you can have just an okay looking theme and you can still do quite well. But if you do want to find a new theme, you can either do a Google search, you know, for WordPress theme, or a responsive WordPress theme, or, you know, 2-column WordPress theme, or you can click on Add New from within here. And you can search featured themes and popular themes. You can search by keyword, you can search by what's popular and what's not. And you can even preview it, see how a theme will look, full size. So, I mean, again, as I said, guys, you really can build an amazing looking WordPress site, you know, in a matter of minutes, you know, if not a couple of hours. In fact, I built Womanly Woes minus the content in about 45 minutes. So anyways, folks, that's really all I have to say on this particular module here. On the next video, I'm going to get more into detail as to how I do my reviews, as to how you can find new products to come across, etc. The next one is the one you really want to pay attention to. That's going to be the one where I really get into hardcore launch jacking. And then my third section, I'm going to get into the list building stuff. But really, as you can see, how I work with JeffLenny.com, for example, you know, I've used JeffLenny.com for launch jacking. I use it for affiliate commissions from products I review. And I, of course, also use it to build my email list, you know, with links to my opt-in page at the top right here. And so it really does work pretty well for all three angles. And I do quite well with it. And I must say it's a rather profitable business. So having said that, folks, thank you again so much for watching this. And we'll see you on the next video. Take care.